There are moments in life when the world seems to crumble beneath your feet, moments when everything you thought was steady, safe, and good vanishes before your eyes. This is the story of Evelyn, a 42-year-old woman who had built her life carefully, thoughtfully, full of hope. She had a home filled with laughter, a small bakery that she poured her heart into, and 2 children she loved more than life itself. Evelyn's days were simple, beautiful even. She woke up early to the smell of coffee, to the sunlight spilling into her kitchen. She would braid her daughter's hair while humming soft tunes, pack her son's lunch, and then head to her bakery, where the scent of fresh bread and pastries made the morning feel sacred. Her husband, Thomas, seemed like the anchor she needed. They had built this life together, brick by brick, dream by dream. Friends often complimented how grounded their family seemed, how they exuded peace even in the chaos of life. But life, as it sometimes does, had a plan that Evelyn could never have predicted. It began subtly, small inconsistencies, late nights at the office, misplaced bank statements, innocent excuses that began to pile up like tiny cracks in what seemed unbreakable. Evelyn's intuition told her something was wrong, but she didn't want to believe it. And then the day came when everything shattered. She discovered Thomas had been living a secret life. The betrayal was total, devastating, not just emotionally, but financially too. The bills they thought were covered were not. Loans she had no idea about were overdue, their savings gone. The bakery, their family dream, suddenly teetered on the edge of closure. Evelyn felt herself unraveling. Nights became long, cold, and heavy. She lay awake in their bedroom, staring at the ceiling, wondering how the man she trusted could betray her, and how her world could collapse so completely. Her children were young, her daughter just 10, her son 12, and though she forced a smile for them in the mornings, inside she felt hollow. She questioned everything about her life, her choices, her worth. She wondered if she would ever feel safe or happy again. For weeks, Evelyn walked through life like a ghost. She would go to the bakery, greet customers with a smile, but inside she was screaming. She tried to speak to friends, but the words felt heavy on her tongue. She felt isolated, abandoned, and completely alone. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at the bakery, her accounts in disarray, suppliers calling, her husband refusing to discuss anything, she sat quietly in her living room, feeling the weight of the world pressing down. "I don't know if I can do this anymore," she whispered to the empty room. "I don't know how to protect them, how to keep going. God, if you are here, I need you." But unlike in movies, there was no thunder, no dramatic light, no angel standing before her. What happened was subtle. It began with a feeling, a gentle warmth, not in her chest, but in her mind, a quiet sense of calm, a whisper of clarity that made her realize that though her world had fallen apart, she was not abandoned. In the days that followed, small things began to happen that she couldn't explain. A neighbor she barely knew offered to babysit her kids for a few hours so she could focus on sorting the bakery accounts. A supplier, after seeing her genuine distress, extended their credit terms without question. Her daughter handed her a drawing that said, "Mom, we love you. You are strong." And suddenly, Evelyn felt tears she didn't know she could cry stream down her face. It wasn't miraculous in the way stories often tell of sudden magical fixes. It was slow, almost imperceptible, but it was real. One morning, while sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a pile of overdue bills, she felt a sudden, overwhelming sense that everything would be okay. Not immediately, not easily, but eventually it would. She didn't know how or when, but for the first time in months, a tiny spark of hope flickered in her chest. She started to pray differently, not asking for dramatic interventions, not pleading for instant answers, but asking for wisdom, strength, and guidance. And in that quiet, consistent conversation with God, she began to see opportunities she hadn't noticed before. Evelyn reached out to a local financial counselor, something she had resisted before out of pride and shame. She accepted help from family members she hadn't spoken to in years. She started small changes at the bakery, new pricing, new marketing, and gradually the business began to stabilize. Months passed, and slowly the weight that had pressed down on her chest began to lift. She found herself laughing with her children again, singing softly as she braided her daughter's hair, and greeting customers with genuine warmth instead of forced smiles. Her husband remained distant, but Evelyn realized she didn't need to wait for him or anyone else to restore her life. The restoration came from within, from her faith, her persistence, and the subtle, patient guidance she felt God providing. Looking back, Evelyn described her journey as a series of small miracles, the kind that are easy to overlook: a stranger showing unexpected kindness, a quiet moment of clarity in prayer, a new idea saving her bakery from closing. Each one was like a whisper saying, "You are not alone." She also began sharing her story with others. She spoke at small community gatherings, online forums, and even casual conversations with friends, telling them, "You might feel like you're at the end, but there's always hope. Small, quiet hope. Sometimes it's not loud, but it's real." And these lessons which she learned became part of her daily life. 1. Resilience in hard times. Evelyn discovered that persistence, even when it felt impossible, gradually builds strength. She learned to face challenges one step at a time. 2. Daily habits for personal growth. She started journaling, setting small daily goals, and reflecting each night on the good things that happened, even tiny victories. It reminded her that life is built from small steps, not instant fixes. 3. Mindset shift towards hope and purpose. Above all, she learned that hope is not passive, it's a choice. Every day, she chose to believe that better things could come, that her life had value, and that she could rebuild. "If I can survive this," Evelyn says now, "you can too. Start small, trust, pray, keep moving forward." Her bakery is thriving again, modest but steady. She laughs freely with her children. She has forged new friendships and repaired old ones. She wakes each morning grateful not just for what she has, but for the lessons learned during her darkest days. This story is a reminder that life can break you, but it can also teach you that God's guidance isn't always dramatic. It can be subtle, quiet, patient, but transformative. And that the human spirit, when paired with faith, has a capacity for resilience and hope beyond imagination. If Evelyn's story touched your heart, remember, you can take the first small step towards change today. Pray, reflect, and trust the journey. And if you feel inspired, subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt, real-life testimonies that uplift and encourage. Like, comment, and share to spread hope to someone who may be struggling today.